Well, hi, everyone. Welcome to Ricoh Coliseum as we get set for Game 1 of the Calder Cup Final. The Toronto Marlies and the visiting Texas Stars. Both games here on Leafs Nation Network and TSN2 Saturday and Sunday at 4 o'clock. Todd Crocker, the voice of this hockey club. You've been around an awfully long time, but you look back to the start of the season and the mission statement in late September. This Marley team's not surprised to be here. This is where it's all been for them.
Well, every single guy you talked to that was a veteran that was brought in here to do exactly this was a guy who achieved this year. A lot of times you can bring in a veteran guy and it doesn't quite work out, but this year every single veteran that they brought in here did more than what they were asked. Ben Smith led team game-winning goals. You look at Chris Mueller and what he brought on the power play as well, and Colin Greening and the physical play that he, Gauthier, and Engvall have brought at the end of the season. Vincent Loverde, who ratcheted up his play at the end of the season and drove the Marlies into a positive territory going into the playoffs. These guys really put it all together and put it on the line for this team, and from day one they all said, we want to get deep into the spring.
Well, very little time and space expected over the course of this series. Bob, you don't want to be chasing the game at any time. How important is the first goal for either squad here today?
You know what? It is unbelievable when you look at the record in the Calder Cup playoffs between these two clubs when they score first. Texas Stars are 8-0, and the Toronto Marlies 9-0 when they get the first goal of the game. So the Toronto Marlies looking to get out and get that first one, no question, here this afternoon.
Well, these teams know little of each other. In fact, this will be the first time they will have seen each other this season, but there is history with Chris Mueller. The veteran won a Calder Cup championship with Texas back in 2014.
This practice seemed a little bit more serious, a little bit more dialed in, focused, fair to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't be focused and too serious all week. It's so long, you know. It's maybe sometimes it gets dry in that, so you keep it loose for a while, but guys know what's at stake, what's coming up, and we're preparing well, and I thought we did that these last 2 days, and as you said, we touched on a few more details that I think we needed to touch on, and guys are ready to go.
What's it feel like to win it?
It's awesome. I mean, it's something you take with you forever. Any championship in any league, I think, and you remember those guys, you have good friendships, you communicate with them. I mean, the AHL, a lot of times you go up and down, you only play on a team for 1 year like I did with these guys, but you know, you lifelong friends and good people, good organization, so it's, but whenever you compete for something, you want to win. I mean, at least that's my mindset, and it's to work so hard all year to buy into all these systems. Sometimes the year gets long and you're tired, but when you get a chance to win and accomplish your goal, it's an unbelievable feeling, and it's a time where you could kind of pat yourself on the back and know you did your job well and you did it to your fullest.
How enthusiastic are you guys for this after 4 games in 18 days and now just to get into a run of games here?
Yeah, I mean, we want to play, and this time of year you're always excited, and it's hard to be playing hockey in June, and here we are against a good team. It'll be a tough challenge, and we're ready for it.
What's the belief factor amongst this team?
Well, we had a lot of success this year during the regular season, and we believe we can win, and if we give our best effort every day, we have a chance to win. So we're excited to start and see what happens here in Game 1.
The Toronto Marlies get set for the Texas Stars here today. They have a record of 11-2, and this is the unit that has got it done throughout the entire postseason, both up front on the blue line and in nets as well. No changes, as we hear from head coach Sheldon Keefe prior to Game 1 against the Texas Stars.
Seeing that the lines haven't changed in 9 games, it's one of the things through the season that you often keep to yourself. No keeping it to yourself this time?
No, we don't see a reason to change anything at this point. Our guys are rolling pretty good. I'm sure their team feels pretty great about their group just the same. You don't get to this point without having things rolling pretty well. So, we're business as usual. Our group is ready to get going.
We're almost run out of questions to ask you because nothing's happened.
So I'm going to re-ask some, Sheldon. What's your message going into this Game 1 tomorrow?
Well, it's just, for us, especially playing against a team that we haven't seen yet this season, it's just a focus on our game. Again, you get to this point and you feel good about yourself as a team. We want to go out and execute and be sharp. And then as we get going, we'll get a feel for our opponent and maybe make some adjustments as we feel we need to. But our group feels good about itself, and we want to come out and be ready to go.
So the Texas Stars looking for their second franchise championship. The Toronto Marlies looking for their first ever. Game 1 4 o'clock, Ricoh Coliseum on Leafs Nation Network and TSN2. The same can be said for Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock as well. We're looking forward to it. On behalf of Todd Crocker and Big Daddy Bob McGill, I'm Paul Hendrick. Enjoy this weekend's games.